You got spare game codes or any digital goods? There is a place you can sell them in less than 1 minute. Watch. Go to G2A.com. Click Start Selling. Fast login. Go to My Account and click on Selling tab. Sell new item. Enter name, code, set a price. And done. G2A.com Digital Marketplace. Global selling simplified.
Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to Nip Gaming TV. My name is Kyanite and we are live and back with map number 2 between Na'vi and E-Frag. So yeah, this is map number 2. Obviously the first map was Train and that finished a really convincing 16-5, I believe it was, to Na'vi. E-Frag, hate to say it, they didn't really show up. But again, it wasn't their map choice. This is E-Frag's map choice. So if there's any time where E-Frag need to really flex their pecs, and we know they've got some big guys on this team, this is the time for them to start to shine. But here we go. Straight into the knife round. Really, doesn't really make that much of a difference whether you start on the T or the CT side. Just get the HP back. And yeah, I'm not casting a knife round. And it is actually going to go to E-Frag at long. Fair play. So they've opted to swap teams around. You know what that means? It means that the scoreboard 2 will have to get swapped around. And here we have it. E-Frag starting on the counter-terrorist team. Natus Vincere starting on the terrorist team. Flamey has brought up armor and been given a Tech 9. Edward as well. So this could be really interesting from Na'vi. Bombs being left outside of tunnels and Seas is going to guard it. So we could very well see maybe Guardian. Does he have a flash? Yeah, Guardian has the flash. So he's most likely going to pop flash the rest of the Na'vi players straight in towards mid to B. And that's where they're going to be looking to wreak absolute havoc. Oh my god, GoTV, what are you doing? Dreamer with 3 massive kills. Wow. And he's picked up a Tech 9 now. And Seeds and Guardian need to try and do surely what is almost the impossible now. That nade will manage to drop NKL, and suddenly, when it's a 3 versus 2, it looks a lot more realistic for Na'vi. E-Frag, only one person towards the A-bomb site. So they could try and maybe hit it together. If they can isolate Victor by himself, they could stand a relatively decent chance of brute forcing the bomb down. Bomb's actually being left on catwalk here. Caesar's going to take a good position in at long. And fingers crossed, they timed this well now, do the Na'vi players. But Seized, oh no, he pushed up long, he didn't check that corner. And Guardian now, if he can get this frag, he might just about be able to force a bomb plant. He's going to headshot Dreamer. Question is, can he headshot Victor too? Bubble says no, and will blow Guardian to smithereens just about. It wasn't an easy round, but the round has just about gone to E-Frag. Dearie me. I'm just gutted that we missed, you know, Dreamer's 3k at mid. That was definitely looked like it was a joy to behold. Let's bear in mind that the Na'vi players who came storming at him had armor, helmet, Tech 9s as well, and just good old Dreamer with just a P2000 and a bit of armor mowing down Na'vi. But again, it's still early. The admin has joined Navi's team. I guess must be a dream come true for him. It's not every day, you know, you get to play with players of this caliber. Hopefully it will be sorted as soon as possible. Again, guys, apologies. Nothing we can specifically do about it here at Nip TV. We don't run the tournament. Or the league, rather. But go show some love to some of our sponsors. We've got G2A.com, eGamingBets.com, Twitch.tv, and of course SteelSeries. G2A, amazing site for all your gaming keys. E-gaming bets. If you've run out of skins to bet, go bet some real money instead on eGamingBets.com. Twitch, unarguably the best gaming streaming platform there is, in my opinion. It's phenomenal. I don't really think any other company really matches the quality that they provide, which is why obviously we work very well. We work very closely, rather, with Twitch here at Nip TV. And of course SteelSeries, some amazing peripherals. Obviously their peripherals are used by some of the world's best players. I believe it's Guardian who uses the new SteelSeries rival Fade. I know that the mass majority of Fnatic love SteelSeries mice too, and I've got a lot of friends who use SteelSeries mouse pads as well, and I've got one at home. I think it's a QCK Heavy, one of the best mouse pads I've ever used, to be fully honest with you. So definitely go check them out. But yeah, guys, I mean, give me some predictions in the chat. I mean, I think there was someone who predicted 16-3 on Train, and it looked like it was going to be 16-3 until E-Frag won an eco. And then I believe it ended 16-5 or 16-6. I can't quite remember. What do you guys think the score's going to be by the end of Dust 2? Obviously, it's still very, very early days, as obviously, you know, it's only 1-0 to E-Frag so far. I haven't really seen much bar pretty impressive 3K from Dreamer. But like we said in the pistol round, Dust 2 is one of those maps where it doesn't really make that much of a significant difference whether you start on the terrorist or the CT side. It's a map that, you know, it's not as set piece orientated, nowhere near as set piece orientated as Train was, which was the first map. It's really more about a fluid, dynamic style of play, being able to adapt your game to your opponents. Most of the time we see approaches where apologies, where the terrorist side try to surprise their dear God, I can't talk, guys. I can't talk. I'm too tired. You gotta believe me, I'm too tired. Jesus, I'm too tired. I got back from Serbia yesterday, and I've just been at university all day, and I've not had anything to eat, and I've had to come straight in from university to cast this. And Navi went to double overtime against Dignitas, so we were delayed, and now we've got these delays. I can't handle it, guys. It's not fair. It's so tough to solo cast. Reminds me back when I first started casting all by myself. Even though many people I know would probably argue that I would have been better off sticking with myself, but yeah. It's not really relevant right now. So, looking at the positives, the admin's finally gone back to spec. Looking at the negatives, E-Frag have bloody lost a player. Yeah, guys, like I said, let me know your predictions in chat. Like I said early on, I'm predicting 2-0 to Navi. So for that reason, I reckon those two will finish 16-12 in favour of Navi. At least it's nice to see that Victor's enjoying himself. Let's see what's being said. Hard times on UCC was good. Too much vodka. 8 bottles. Wow. Victor can single-handedly drink 8 bottles of vodka, boys. Well, I guess the players have got to try and entertain themselves in some way, shape or form, right? It's actually Bubble who we're missing. For anyone wondering what flag Navi have, I believe it's the CIS flag, and it sort of resembles many nations in that area. And obviously that's resembled by the players in the Natas Vincere team. We've got Guardian, who's obviously... I always mix up whether he's Slovakian or Slovenian. I'm not good with them countries. And obviously then we've got Edward and Zeus, who are Ukrainian, and then Seized and Flamey, who are Russian. But unfortunately, it does seem like Bubble is getting DDoSed. And due to that, guys, I think we're going to cut to a quick commercial break. So apologies about that. And hopefully we'll be back as soon as Bubble has sorted out his issues. Alright, hello and welcome back, ladies and gents. Just to give you a quick update. Unfortunately, Bubble is being DDoSed for E-Frag. However, it's not bad to the point where he can't play CS. He just has a lot of loss, so he can't play properly. So E-Frag have made the decision and agreed with Navi to basically continue the game, but I believe it's going to be Bubble who's going to play with 20 loss. He's happy to do it. Good luck to him. And here we go. Hopefully, we can get this second map ready to go. The first map was really convincing in Navi's favour. Really one-sided on train. And before anyone asks me, you know, whether this means you get your skins back, I'm not a CSGO Lounge admin. I do not know. But here we go. Unpaused. Of course, E-Frag won the pistol thanks to Dreamer's heroics at mid. Navi now trying to force things back themselves. We've got, again, Flamey with that Tech 9 armor bite, Seized and Edward trying to replicate each other, except Edward's playing with the P250. He's going to be Zeus with the unarmored Tech 9. Let's see what Bubble can do despite his 20% packet loss. We've got Spy Leader holding very up close and personal with this MP9, and he should be able to pop off the head of Flamey, and he does, but little does he realise that even more CIS players are coming straight towards him. Victor now, last line of defense, over towards A. Manages to blow up Zeus and as well gets a FAMAS kill. And whatever attack Natas Vincere or Navi were trying to mount towards the A-bomb site is pretty much non-existent now. Guardian's picked up an MP9, but 36 HP. He'd probably be better off giving it to Edward, but I doubt Edward would really favour that submachine gun over the Tech 9. But in general, E-Frag starting to close in on Navi. They know exactly where they're positioned. And the fact that it's 4 versus 2 and E-Frag have as much firepower as they do, for me, there's only going to be one winner for this round. And they go by the name of E-Frag. Navi just trying to wear the clock down, hoping that one of the E-Frag players were going to go a little too aggro, make a mistake. But it really is going to require a miracle for Edward to get the bomb plant, and he's not going to be able to. Navi now will find themselves almost completely broke, and they have to almost pretty much full eco this bar Guardian, who's got a bit of money to work with. And Guardian, because he's the main AWPer, he might not even opt to spend any money because it won't make that much of a difference. Navi, there we have it, full eco from them. Only Zeus actually buying a flashbang, and we could very well see a quick train rush straight into B. And if they can get a bomb plant here, then fair play to them. They'll most likely end up losing the round, end up losing whatever bomb site they take on the retake. But at least they'll get an extra $800 each. But Bubble might have packet loss, but he's got a lot of Navi players coming straight towards him. Dreamer as well. He's been absolutely phenomenal so far from within that B bomb site. First gets 3 kills on the pistol round, then makes it 4 up against the unarmored Natas Vincere players. And finally, Navi can buy up and hopefully give us something to smile about, give themselves something to smile about. Guardian with the AWP, the other lads with AK-47s. And interestingly enough, it's going to be Bubble who's going to be AWPing that top left of mid. So we could very well see an interesting sniper battle begin soon between Guardian and Bubble. Who can win the battle of mid? NKL, oh my god, Navi haven't even checked, but Seeds just about gets away with his dear life. And Navi know that they've got this all-important entry frag, this first frag towards mid. They know that that's going to force the CT to stretch that defense. That's why there's only 1 man in B now, 2 men towards A. But we could very well see Victor try and go aggressive straight in towards A hut, and maybe even push out towards T spawn to try and gather some information, try and retaliate towards Navi. Edward making noise, so Victor 100% definitely knows he's there. So E-Frag, little to no information on the whereabouts of Navi, And knowing Zeus's execution style, they like taking their time. They wait for around the 35, 30-second mark, and then they attack in numbers. Bubble, all eyes on that B-door area, manages to find the AWP shot onto Edward. Sees is dancing around the back of this B-bomb site. Dreamer gets the headshot, but the question is that trade going to be more than sufficient for Navi to still win this round? We've got Bubble and Victor more than healthy, with Victor making his way in through tunnels. Now, if Victor can time this to perfection with Bubble, this very well could be an E-Frag round, but Guardian will not allow it. Or will he? It's Bubble versus Guardian. It's a battle of wits, and it's a battle that Bubble will win. 4-0 to E-Frag. Packet loss, no problemo for this guy. 3 kills and a bomb defuse as well. And E-Frag win the all-important first initial gun round. So thanks to that bomb plant, Navi can just about fire up some weapons to utilize. Guardian, most importantly, again with that AWP in his gloves. And Victor with the Silence M4, not going to be ideal. Can Navi overpower him? Zeus thinks so, and he'll be the first man to get that kill. Guardian straight through the smoke as he drops Bubble, and Edward manages to annihilate Spy Leader 2. And finally, Navi wake up here on Dust 2. Sees playing the lurker role towards mid, anticipating Dreamer to be coming in as well. He gets one frag, gets a double, but surely he's not going to get the other two. Bomb's actually being dropped at the top of mid. But I'm not sure if Dreamer realizes that. He very well may do, because he's actually going to make his way now towards T-spawn. And from here, he can then watch the bomb and take on 2 1 versus 1 battles with the Navi players, perhaps, if they peek him from separate angles. It's important now that Guardian and co keep this CT together, and that's exactly what they did. And Navi, they didn't make it look easier. So what's important is they have finally broken the deadlock. They finally got on that first round on the board, and hopefully it's something they can build upon. Even though E-Frag had won 4 consecutive rounds, the rounds had been so close that E-Frag have NKL on a FAMAS and Spy Leader on the CZ75. So definitely on paper, this favours Navi a lot more than it does E-Frag. Question is, can they capitalize though? Edward just patrolling the outside of long, making sure that no E-Frag players decide to push it late on to try and gather information and flank from behind. One thing that Navi have been able to control quite easily is the short and mid area, not really receiving too much resistance. And that's actually now allowed them to walk their way on towards the A bomb site. Are we going to see a boost? In fact, we're going to see a kill from Flamey. He could very well make it a double. Victor nails him in the head, but Seeds and Edward both coming in big at mid. If Zeus can get this kill onto Spy Leader, which he will, then I can only see this round going in favour of the CIS team. Dreamer opts to pick up this AK-47, and he's just going to try and run away and hold on to it. He's trying to come in towards the speed bomb site, but Seized more than ready and waiting for him. And it is going to be 4-2. And this is Navi's chance now to make it 4-3 as well. No money. Be very, very surprised if E-Frag really invested in much bar the odd P250 here and there. Got to bear in mind the P250 is such a good weapon at times. You know, even when you don't have armor like this, if you can get really up close and personal with it, even if your opponent is wearing a helmet, it becomes a one-shot headshot. But what can you do? What can you do when Zeus and Edward are both getting kills left, right, and center like this? Sure, up against unarmored opponents, but you know, Zeus deserves a pat on the back after that bit of work from tunnels. Spy Leader, though, might manage to get a kill onto Edward. He just about does, but Guardian will avenge his death. And Navi more than back in this. 4-3 the score. Apologies about that, guys. Like I said, I'm solo captain. I have to go there for something urgent. But by the looks of things, it's Dreamer who's managed to get 2 kills. Not quite sure exactly how and where, but nice stuff from E-Frag. And now we find themselves in a pickle. Edward looks to be preparing off short to lob that smoke down towards CT spawn. Flamey congregating in and around long. Edward will join him too, so if they can maybe... they got any flashes? No. If they can try and gang up on Victor and trade this frag at long, then it could go really well for them. But Victor's in such an advanced position. He sees that smoke coming over. He's expecting the Navi troops to be making their way in. And Victor goes big with not 1 but 2 kills. Guardian with only an AWP now. 51 HP. If there's anyone who can save the day, it's definitely him. But he's still got a very, very tough job on his hands. And Bubble rotated in. We'll pick up that AWP as well. And E-Frag finally got in that all-important 5th round milestone on the board. Navi, though they've had so many bomb plants, they won 3 rounds in a row prior to losing the last one. So they can still afford to mount up a relatively decent buy. I believe that's going to be an AK drop for Edward as well. Said we were going to see a battle between Guardian and Bubble at mid. Which sniper can patrol it and dominate that all-important area? It's so important on a map like Dust 2. Allows you to execute that mid to B, the B split. Allows you to get control of short. Heck, it even allows you to sneak into CT spawn and try and attack CTs on the A bomb site from yet another angle. And of course, short control could be so important because now, like CS Source, you can flash over the building. So the second you've got short control, blink of an eye, you can flash your teammates in at long as well. So a lot of things to take into account. But one person who hasn't really been contested for me is Victor at long. I'd like to see Navi try and apply more pressure to him. But most of their success, to be fair, so far has actually come towards a B bomb site. Edwards somehow manages to team flash all of his teammates. NKL with a double. But Flamey and Zeus will carry on the charge, and the question is, can Spyleader catch them just before they hit this B-bomb site? The answer is no. Bubble has to rotate in now and try and retake the B-bomb site with an AWP, so it's going to be very tough. There we go, he trades it out for the M4A1S. Guardian holding up a tunnels. Can he get the frag onto Victor? No, he cannot. And this could be all she wrote for this round. Flamey will live to fight another day. Fantastic play from Flamey, but he could not get the 3rd. Such crisp, such amazing AK work. But in the end, not enough to win the round. And E-Frag get another round on the board. 6-3. Spyleader, thank you very much, just wandering up mid. I think it may have been Guardian with the AWP. He missed his shot and allowed him to actually get killed with just the M4. But this is more like it from Bubble. Going aggressive, getting himself 2. 3 rather, sorry. Hat trick for Bubble. And Navi broke. So really, regardless of, you know, what they try to invest in this round, I highly doubt it's going to make too much of a significant difference. But oh my god, Guardian the God scouts Bubble and his AWP. He must be absolutely fuming. Zeus leading the charge. He's going to pick up that AWP and surely now hand it over to Guardian, try and deal the damage. Or Guardian, it seems like he's going to hold on to the scout, and it's going to be Zeus to try and crack things open with the AWP. This isn't too bad from Navi. Maybe sneak that AWP towards upper tunnels. If you can get the AWP in upper tunnels here, and maybe just catch the head of NKL, considering how many terrorists are still left standing, you could maybe just about breach and brute force your way in towards that B bomb site. If you get a bomb plant, then it's a decent return. But that's nice from Zeus. And it now means that there's only going to be one CT left all alone towards the B bomb site. Spy Leader dropping down towards the CT spawn, and Navi failing to act fast when they do find the opener, and now they get caught completely separated. Edward with the 1D straight into the B bomb site, but the question is it going to be enough? You just have to feel for Navi right now. If they can at least leave this round with just a bomb plant and get the extra $800 each come the next round, then they still shouldn't be too far disappointed. It was only Guardian who invested in the scout. But here we go, Spy Leader, first man into tunnels, and Victor as well will get his second. So, as expected, the retake just about came in, but there were chances, you know, for Navi to explore, to maybe try and change things around. That bomb plant even wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for Edward finding the 1D somehow into the play at the back of the B bomb site. So Guardian, he won the battle of the snipers with an AWP. Let's see whether he can, with a scout, sorry. Let's see whether he can do it with the AWP. Navi on paper, most of the time, a very, very strong Dust 2 side. Not really shown as too many glimpses of it so far, but Guardian definitely leading the charge to open things up. They've struggled really to execute towards the mid to B area, have Navi, so that smoke will go down. It should now allow Guardian and co to sneak up short and try and hit the A bomb site. And as we can see, if they do hit the A bomb site from this point onwards, if Edward, Seeds and Flamey do push long, get the kill onto Victor, it's going to be an easy plant. Plant for long, get Guardian in pit to hold the plant with bomb, and bada bing bada boom, Navi will have another round on the board. But of course it's a lot more tougher for them. They don't have the same information we do. I'd just like to think that have maybe tried to scout out long and figure out exactly how Victor's playing it, and they finally managed to find the key to unlock it. 5 versus 2, NKL and Dreamer here, most likely just going to save their weapons. I'd be very, very surprised if they didn't. You know, economically, even though they're in the lead, still not amazing. Flamey, unfortunately, gets the headshot onto Dreamer. And now, you have to feel for NKL. He's trying to hold on to this AWP. Maybe give it to Bubble come the next round. And see if he can get the all-important kill onto Guardian. That mid. This is good now, though. They've baited that AWP bullet, so they know exactly where NKL is hiding. He's going to get a kill onto Zeus, but NKL, he didn't even have to peek there again. Just hide, run towards tunnels, but no, I don't think Navi had enough time, the guys in T-spawn at least, to run up and have an angle on him, but he's not going to manage to carry that AWP into the next round, and Navi win finally yet another round. This is E-Frag's choice of map, but there's not much you can do when Guardian is going ham like that at mid. Through the smoke with the AWP, but Dreamer is quick to pounce back with 2 of his own. Anything you can do, Guardian, I can do better. That's the name of his game at the moment. Zeus will retaliate by ripping off the face of Bubble before Victor and Spy Leader get angry and fight on. Guardian now left in a 1 versus 3, and Spy Leader will spray him down with that M4A1S. And E-Frag, despite losing a round, keeping their heads held high. You know, they didn't have that much to utilize, but really well played. Those are the guys with just only armor pistol. Victor, for example, at long, he said, look, I've only got a P250. I'm not going to be useful with this on the A bomb site. Might as well push straight in towards the A hut and try and catch one of the Navi players. And he did. So Edward patrolling outside the A long area. Nice crossfire going on at mid. Bubble All eyes on double doors with that AWP. Meanwhile, Dreamer's just going to alternate between the tunnels area and the B ramp area from window, because he's got his back covered, in theory, by NKL, who's holding the back of the B bomb site from second concrete. But first frag is going to go to the team from CIS, or from the CIS regions. Looks like they're going to try and breach the A bomb site. They've got 2 men on short, 3 men towards long. Normally, it's a recipe for success in this kind of scenario, particularly when there's only 1 CT on top of the A bomb site. Let's see what Victor can do. The answer is diddly squat as Guardian comes in first and annihilates his opposition. Bomb should now go down, hopefully planted for long. And E-Frag, yeah, they're just going to hold hands together in this B bomb site and hold on to what they've got. Money's tight for them at the moment. And if they can take all these 3 weapons with them into the next round, yeah, maybe Dreamer. He'll hold on to this AK-47 and should just about be able to drop another, maybe another M4 or for mass for NKL. Not NKL, sorry, for Victor. So, and then maybe Spy Leader will go armor pistol and try and pick up an AK-47 in case any of the Navi players die. It will, of course, be the last round of the first half anyway, so they're going to force it up anyways. But, hey, the more kills that Navi get here, the easier the next round will be for them. Guardian so close to getting that kill, that little hole towards the back of the B-bomb site. Couldn't get it in the end. But this is what I was talking about now. Just imagine how different this would look if, I think it was Dreamer, Bubble, and NKL had held on to those 3 weapons they had. 9-6 may have even ended up being on the cards, but for me, this is, or 10-5, sorry. But for me, this is an easy 9-6 for Navi. Then if they can win their pistol round come the second half, even things up at 9-9, then who knows where this map will go, in which direction it will tilt. NKL all by himself towards B ramp, and there it is. Edward will do the honours to take us into the second half. 9-6. And guys, let me know your score predictions. Obviously it's 1-0 in favour of Navi. They won Train very convincingly, but it's safe to say that Dust 2 has been a lot more even. I still reckon Navi can do it. I predicted 16-12 to Navi early on, and that's what my gut feeling still tells me. I reckon this pistol round will still go in favour of Navi, even though they are at a slight disadvantage with the Glocks. Hello. Flamey opens fire towards the incoming Bulgarians, and all he has to do is hide and wait for backup, but he fought on. Victor's actually going to be hiding towards the lower tunnels area. Can he stop the flank coming in? It's 3 versus 2. 1 player coming from lower, 1 player coming from window. Seized, needs to survive here, or Guardian rather, but Dreamer pushes him straight out. And now it's all down to Edward to try and save the day. If he can make this a 1 versus 1, then God knows what might occur. But E-Frag dodging and diving just about get away with the armor that they have and the weapons. And I'm not sure if Edward's going to predict Dreamer doing this. Dreamer thought to himself, look, I'll be able to listen if Edward goes CT spawn, or I'm going to catch him out hiding behind the door if he decides to push through towards short and get behind us. So really well played there from Dreamer. High risk, high reward, and it really is a high reward for E-Frag, simply because you'd expect them now to make this 12-6. So let's see whether they can do it. 3 scouts coming out from Navi. Zeus the only man with the armor and helmet, partnering it with a 5-7. At the moment, both teams really just taking pot shots at each other with these scouts. Finally, someone breaks the deadlock. It's, surprise, surprise, going to be Spy Leader with that AK-47. Bomb's still in T-spawn though, so E-Frag knows it's important to play passive now. Not get too up close towards these DPs. Figure out exactly how they're setting up, then try and execute together. Flamey will have his head taken off by Victor's AK. And as the bomb goes down towards a B-bomb site, you can only really see this round tilting in one direction. Zeus would do well, really, to hold on to this 5-7 armor buy, take it with him into the next round, because Navi going to be pretty much broke come the next round. He's picked up a scout. Let's see what damage he can do. He's going to get one kill, but the problem is he's given away his position, and you can see how eager Bubble is to get behind him. And I'm pretty sure it's only going to be a matter of time until maybe one of them tries and hunts him down. They don't want to lose any more weapons here, E-Frag, so they're not going to try and sort of force the hunt. But they are going to try and surround him and catch him if he tries anything dodgy.
Terrorists win.
There we have it. 11-6. Can E-Frag take us to map number 3, which will be Overpass? We're going to have to wait and see. Bubble, all eyes on mid as he spots loads of members of the Natus Vincere army going straight towards lower tunnels, which is why Guardian's now repositioning. He can utilize a jumping scout from that angle. E-Frag sticking together as a unit, the guys going straight up long. It's important to do that, because if one of them dies, you want to make sure there's someone there to trade the kill, retaliate. You don't want the CTs to pick up the AK-47, but in fact Zeus and co have managed to sneak up long with barely even getting noticed. Victor though comes back to help, and he will just about save the round and the day maybe for E-Frag. 12-6. Navi with a very, very steep hill to climb to try and redeem things, but it's not over until the fat lady sings. This is still Navi. Do not underestimate them. God knows what magic they can work. It's interesting from E-Frag, just sending players straight towards Sniper's Alley and waiting until they got the call from their sniper that it was going to be clear. Now they're going to stampede straight down mid. More than enough men to be able to really hold off the defender on B ramp. And that defender is going to be seized, and he's quickly disposed of. Zeus, however, with a chance to go massive, but not big enough. You needed to get at least 2 kills in that kind of situation. And Navi, they're crumbling unless Flamey can go big. Him and Guardian fighting on. He's not had too much luck from this position, Flamey. And I'm sorry, he should have gotten more than 1 kill there. Bubble will now pick up the bomb. And even though Guardian's antics are around and about, the bomb will still get planted. Edward pushing in from the tunnels to turn things into a 2 versus 1. And what a shot from Guardian, literally on the spin. Catches Spy Leader, knew that the B-bomb site was going to be empty. Edward actually pushed through tunnels earlier on, so he anticipated that, nah, he's not genuinely gone back through mid, through lowers to try and catch us out. Even though it would have been a decent after-plant position for the terrorists, given the position of the bomb plant. But in general, Navi back in it. So here we go. Zeus there preparing the potential pop flash just in case E-Frag up the tempo and push straight out of Long Hut. Guardian though, look at how aggressive he's getting. He's really putting his foot down here at Long. Edward will chime in with a headshot of his own, but the problem is they're putting so much emphasis of Navi towards Long that it's now allowed E-Frag to sneak onto the A-bomb site from short and plant it for short. So this retake needs to be on point now for Natus Vincere. We've got a man coming from CT spawn, Edward making his way in from Long, and it's really crucial that the CTs find the next frag. But Spy Leader is not going to allow that to happen. Neither is Victor. Spy Leader gets 2, and what a hold that is from E-Frag. Phenomenal play from the Bulgarians. And even though Navi got the first few kills of the round, it meant nothing. They left an empty A bomb site. for the Bulgarians to walk in and plant that bomb. The second that bomb was planted, for sure. So easy to hold for E-Frag. Victor. Here's the Navi men marching in. Spy Leader will say thank you very much as he gets 3. And E-Frag are going to come into yet another buy round. They haven't really been too successful as of this point. I think they were really unlucky that round where they got caught out towards the A bomb site. I mean, Navi on this kind of map, I like to see him start to go aggressive, apply pressure to the choke points, but they've been really, really passive so far. Bar Guardian, who's really been the single man trying to make something happen, try and surprise the opponents. CT-wise, it's been fairly standard, quite poor and not dynamic enough. You need a dynamic CT side. You need to continuously change it up. But E-Frag, they know exactly what's coming out from Navi. They know it's always Flamey at the back of the B-bomb site by himself. But Navi have the quality to still turn this around, despite Flamey continuously getting overpowered at the back of that bomb site. Sees somehow manages to get the headshot through the smoke. Spy Leader has been shut down on the flank from behind, and Bubble gets spotted in tunnels and finally killed by Guardian. It's been all Guardian, guys. He's been the pinpoint man for Navi. He's been the guy who's been huffing and puffing and continuously fighting on and keeping Navi in this game. 22 kills. Incredible. And there's Flamey at the bottom, unfortunately. He's really struggled on that B bomb site by himself. Maybe smoke the front of tunnels early on. Send 2 players there. And then clear it as soon as you hit the minute mark. Clear up the tunnels as a CT. Realise no one's there. And then dedicate that extra man towards the A bomb site and hold from that point onwards. Maybe, just maybe, that's how Navi need to change things up. Because again, most of the time E-Frag have planted, it's over towards B. And Flamey, for me, is just not being as effective as we're normally used to seeing him be. So again, E-Frag are handed over this mid-control. But again, mid-control is nice, but it's a case of what you do with it. Flamey has finally been pushed out of the B-bomb site. Him and Zeus are going to try and team up to hold anyone coming B-ramp. But here we go. Flamey, it's not working for him. Smoke finally goes out towards CT spawn, and they should be able to completely surround Seized here. They find him, they kill him. Smoke's going down towards the B doors. And now suddenly, Zeus, Edwin and Guardian have a massive retake to try and pull off. We've got one man coming through tunnels. That man does go by the name of Edward, but he's got to try and act fast, and it's crucial that Navi time this together. But oh my god, Bubble gets a double kill. I actually think that may have been GoTV lagging, because I can't really imagine how that could have been a double kill. One person coming through tunnels, one person on B ramp, and one person at window. I can't sort of figure out how that could have potentially lined up, but yeah, that could have been a GoTV bug. But now E-Frag 1 round away from winning things. Navi, they've gone all in it. They've forced up everything they can, but it's not going to be easy. 2 Navi players quickly getting mowed down in upper tunnels as Victor is the first man to touch the soil or sand within that B-bomb site. Zeus now is going to creep in through this smoke. We've seen him go massive with the Deagle before, but can only get 1 kill in the end. And there's a 4 versus 1. Surely this is it. Surely the fat lady has sung, and E-Frag will win map number 2, which, ladies and gents, means we are going to be going to Overpass. A 3rd map, a map that seriously could go in either direction. Two top quality sides.
Terrorists win.
And a top quality map for E-Frag. 16-8 the score. We'll be back in a few minutes' time, guys. Don't go anywhere.